That's not right. Fuck. Good morning, everybody. It's Xenon here. We're playing D&D on this frosty Thursday morning, unless you live in England, where it's currently 27 degrees, I've been told. It's currently -1 where I live, so that's the thing that happened. Okay, so let's say hello to everybody. Lyman, we in D&D this morning, or this afternoon. Hello. Lempos will be playing the part of Vigar. And finally, Rose will be playing the part of Asher. Are you half elf or full elf? Half elf, yes. Vigar is human, I think. Is that right? Yes. Yeah. And the DM is many things. And of course, I will be playing the part of Gobbly, who is a goblin. And I shall hand the reins over to Lyman, who shall tell us, hopefully give us a recap on what's happened, and we'll go from there. Over to you, Lyman. Oh shit.
Pushed by you. And now you've captured their head guy alive, who's someone you ran into a long time ago. And have now also put him in the prison cart. Now, finishing off your mission of escorting this back up to the capital. You have another guy with you, Devon, who's just a simple merchant who decided to share the road with you guys for safety, and is probably now very much regretting that decision. And now we head back again. If I remember correctly, last time Asher was discussing picking up the pace and trying to get to the main road up to the capital, preferably today.
Yay!
Yeah.
When you're in the game in VR, I feel like you're totally in a new world, but you're
a cult leader strapped in a cart who has displayed some quite powerful magic. And so basically Asher wants to travel fast, at least get onto the King's Highway and hopefully meet some guards or like an army patrol or something, just so they have some extra manpower.
I don't think we need it. It's only like 2 people. There's 3 of us
We
plus
have 2 people.
plus everyone else.
Who knows how many people could come after those 2 people?
Are you talking in character, or are we just discussing?
Sorry, I'm not doing my Asher voice, am I? Who knows how many people could be coming after them?
Gobbly, like shrugging.
Yes.
So I mean, you basically want to go and get some more, some backup. You want to dilute the goal pool even further.
Is this in character or out of character?
Well, both really. Like I am of this opinion, and so is Gobbly. We are one.
It is not where I want to get so much more backup, more just where I would feel more comfortable, where there is more protection around us. I highly doubt that the road guards would be interested in claiming the reward, but I would be much safer with them around to potentially help us if we get ambushed by more crazed cultists.
Asher, you must remember that our companion, this creature that follows us around, is not used to the frivolous world of humans.
Gobbly looks around like, is he talking about me? Well, I suppose creature is one up from pet.
But yeah, Asher would like to basically split the party between the carts as much as possible.
You all heard it. Asher wants to split the party.
Between the carts, which will be about 15 feet from each other.
Still technically splitting the party. If someone dies, it's on your head now.
Goblin is very clingy.
The thunderbolt comes down, Goblin, and he instantly dies.
But yeah, basically I just want to travel a bit far, reach the main road.
Gobbly, it means less bunks on your head.
What? Who's bonking me on the head?
Bad guys.
Seem to remember Gobbly did the most damage last time. Seem to remember Gobbly saved the day last time. Didn't get bonked on the head at all.
I remember healing cup. No, actually, I didn't.
Actually, yeah. You take that back, sir. Gobbly looks triumphant.
I clunk Gobbly on top of the head.
Ah! Fuck!
There, you see?
Where are my spells again?
Well,
No reason.
Whoa.
That
well,
escalated
Vigar and
quickly.
Goblin after turns to Devin and just sort of says, "They do this all the time. Don't worry."
Devin's just looking at you like, oh god, please no.
How many times a day can I do Witch Bolt? I'm pretty sure I can cast at level 2 now.
If I remember correctly, you've already used all your spells.
Back off.
Yeah.
But it's
Those are
early
because
evening
you took
right
a
now.
long rest.
Yeah, so you are
Long
pretty much
day.
set to take a long rest.
Oh, we gotta have a
We
rest.
took a long rest before. We took a long rest before we ended.
Oh, did we?
Oh,
in that
didn't
case,
we?
then,
Didn't we
yeah,
end up
no.
going to sleep? Going to it was like nighttime or something. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. It was, yeah. So you've had a long rest. All your spell slots are back.
Well, Witch Bolt it is then. Okay. Well, I mean, it's a moot point anyway. We're going to the highway, so I think the only real question is how long do we take to get there?
As little as possible, and seeing as Gobbly spent most of his time sat on the cart anyway, it makes no real difference to him.
Precisely. Gobbly's gonna lay down the cart, flip the cape up over his head, and go to sleep.
Okay,
Shakes his head.
Oh, shit. Oh, I can't actually fit. It's too big.
do you mention to Devin then that you're going to be riding hard?
Yeah, Ashley would sort of turn to Devin and say,
What you do in your own time is up to you. Ow.
Ashley turns to Devin and basically just says, we are probably going to be picking up the pace a bit, just due to the apparent dangers that we've now seen on this road and due to our new cargo. I would appreciate if you could help us keep pace.
He's already up on his cart, and he just looks down and he goes, I'd appreciate you if you could keep more of them people off my cart. Points at the prisoner cart.
If you keep up with us, we can easily do that.
He sort of looks down at one of his horses and goes, she's not going to like me for this, but I'm sure the old cow can get us there.
Gobbly looks up.
Good
You have a
to
cow? I thought it was a horse.
So yeah, you guys ride off then? Well, ride off, trot off, whatever.
Who's driving my cart?
Actually, Ashley would turn to Vigar and say, hey Vigar, I'll toss a coin for who has to run first this morning.
Fine by me.
Both
Okay,
roll.
I toss, you call.
Heads.
I'll use sleight of hand to make sure it's tails.
Roll sleight of hand.
How perceptive are you, Vigar?
And then roll perception, Vigar.
I need to find perception. There we go.
Oh, it's come up. Well, Roy said it was tails, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically the opposite of what Vigar called.
Yeah.
Ashley just sort of grins and hops up next to Gobbly and sort of, yeah, starts the cart moving without another word.
I think I just shrugs.
Do you start running alongside them, Vigar?
Sure.
As you do,
Out of
Devin.
all of us, Vigar has the most training in sort of, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure he does a lot of running.
Devin says, there's room in the back of the cart if you need it.
Yeah, it's good exercise.
He just shrugs and goes, fair enough. And yeah, you guys keep riding. After a few hours though, Vigar, actually roll me a con check.
Wouldn't it be an athletics check?
Yeah, go on then, athletics. I'll let you have that one. you've been running now for like, let's say, a good 4 hours. Like, you've done a good job of it, but you're really starting to feel the burn now that you've been running for so long in full chainmail armor, and you're not as young as you used to be.
Hey.
So you've got a bit of a belly going. So
Hey.
your hair's falling out. It's getting to you.
Is that way I can knock? Is that way I can kick the GM or something? Can I shake my fist at the guards?
Damn you for giving me this belly!
See a giant middle finger come out of the skies.
Just shake down the clouds.
Yeah.
Just slowly drifting down.
Okay, I guess Vigar will take the spot in, what was it, Devon's?
Yeah. So what, you stop quickly and just go, I'm jumping on the back.
Exactly. I just need a break. I have got a rock in my shoe.
Never just goes, uh-huh. So yeah, now you've jumped in the back.
I want to turn to Asher at some point and say, and well, I'd not like say loudly, but say it loud enough for him to hear. Do we really trust this guy, Devon?
Not really, but that is why we have people back with him.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, how many people are on his cart?
Currently there would be 4.
Jesus.
Plus him.
I mean, he does make a good pack mule, I suppose.
As I would also point out to Gobbly, and so if he was going to try anything, then he probably would have tried it during the ambush. I mean, he had 2 old people who he could have easily used to threaten us. Instead, he tried to run and keep them safe. And
well, he tried to run. I don't know about the keeping the safe part. I think he just ran because there was fighting. I don't think he can be relied upon in a pinch.
Oh, definitely not to fight, but he's not going to stab us in our sleep.
I'm unconvinced.
Goblin, are you sitting on the front of the car or
yeah, I'm
back
shotgun.
then? Okay. A few minutes after Vigar jumps in the back of the car, you both hear from behind you Devon shouting out, hey, what's he doing? Checking the box, what's he doing?
I turn around and check in the box.
we both turn around like,
He's the guy that you captured yesterday has his arm around the other guy's neck, like he's put his arms over the top and has it around the guy's neck, who you were meant to be escorting.
Eldritch Blast right to the face.
Do you do that?
Fuck yeah, I do it. 12.
You did do it. 12. You took his armor off him, didn't you? You took everything
I
off.
would have assumed, yeah.
Yeah, we basically stripped him down.
Yeah, so that hits him. Do you damage?
Oh my.
Ooh, yeah. Doors and faces. 7.
You smack him in the back, and he... that is force damage, isn't it?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah, force, yeah. You hit him in the back, and he slides forwards and smacks against the door at the back. And then you just hear a crack as he twists his arm around.
Ashley immediately stops the car and jumps off.
I'm like, settle down! Quiet in the back!
Devon stops abruptly as well, and I'm guessing you jump out now, Vigar.
Yeah.
As you're running over there, where you've gagged him, you can see his corners of his mouth slowly shape up.
Like a smile?
Yeah, he's smiling at you.
Bloody masochist. Hit him again.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna say much more than that. Okay,
we're seriously in danger of killing this guy accidentally.
Can I aim for his privates?
With that strength throw, yeah, sure.
Oh.
With that strength roll, what private?
Yeah, I was going to say, with that strength throw, he may have become a woman.
Yeah, you kick
It's not
him.
that easy, trust me.
You kick him, and when Gobbly had pushed him forwards in the car, he's now slammed against the back, and he just goes, "Ugh!" And then just starts smiling again in the back of the car, and you start hearing cracking, and you can see in his hands, like where you smashed them, his hands are slowly fixing themselves.
Should we cut him off?
No,
I was actually about to say Asher would stab his hands, basically.
my turn.
No, let Posh go.
You just punched him.
I kicked him.
You kicked him in the nads.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Very important
same thing.
difference.
You just managed to run all the way up to this car and stab him.
Kick
I
him.
was already there, and yeah.
I will say that right now, you'll each get one action, starting with Rose, since she hasn't gone yet.
Okay, yeah. I will pull out a dagger, and I will
his
pull
hand
out
up.
the +1 dagger, which I haven't added to my thing yet. Whoops. And yeah, I will just stab his hand.
Cut his hand off.
Roll to hit, because he's not just gonna, let you do it.
So is he,
Let me just,
we think he's repairing his own hands, like cure wounds.
Yeah, you can see like where his hands were disformed from where Vigar smashed them. They're just now clicking back into place, and his fingers, which were all busted and bent, were now, reforming again. That's a hit. 6.
I don't get sneak attack damage against him, do I? Well, technically I would, because Vigar's...
I'll let you have it because he is also still blindfolded. He's just doing this through hearing, so.
So yeah, basically my dagger just comes down completely silently, and the first thing you hear is just basically the thunk as it goes through his hand and hits the wood in the bottom of the car.
Are you still holding it there?
Yep.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Well, that's actually pretty decent given your strength. Give me a sec, I just have to find
Yeah, I
these.
know, that was my reaction. I'm like, oh, thank fuck.
Yeah.
4. So we've got 4.
He starts trying to lift his hand up, but as he's doing it, his skin seals back around the end of the blade. So
Okay.
his hand just stops because it's completely wedged on the thing, like his skin's completely formed around the blade now. Gobbly.
Gobbly. He's dangerously close to just letting this guy have it. I was going to colour spray him, then I remembered he's got a blindfold on. Should we talk to him? Let's talk to him. I'm going to sort of reach up and sort of kick his face through the bars. Not like to do any damage, but just to get his attention and say, hey, stop that!
What you get back is a...
Oh, well, I tried. Witch bolt to the face! Level 2 witch bolt, I'll have you know.
Oh, blimey.
Oh, shit. Witch bolt to the air.
Because you announced it, like, oi, stop that at him. He knows where you are. And just as you cast it, he moves his head out of the way and it just rattles the bars on the other side. And you see loads of dirt on the other side just get kicked up.
I was like, just calm down, or the next one will definitely hit.
Stop resisting!
Yes.
Vigar.
I was going to say that I wanted to force my fist into his mouth, but I think instead I just want to cover his mouth with my hand.
He is still gagged.
So hang on, he's gagged, and
Yeah,
his hands are tied.
He's gagged and blindfolded. He's gagged and blindfolded, and his hands are tied.
I forgot that he was gagged. Otherwise, I'd have not bothered to try and talk to him.
Yeah, Asher deliberately did everything she could to stop him.
Wait, is he
Casting
still going?
spells.
What, he's healing?
Okay.
Yeah, this is all happening in like the space of 6 seconds, so you're all more or less acting at the same time.
Can I cut off his hands?
There you
Give it
go.
a go.
What should I hit with?
Would
What
he
I'll
have
say is,
advantage where they're currently pinned and stationary under my dagger?
well, what I was going to say was, because you're trying to put a greatsword through a cage and then cut someone's hand off, that rather than being advantage, it would just be regular. Because it's a big fucking sword, and you know you're trying to get it through bars and have the force to cut someone's hands off. It's not easy.
Hmm. Wait, he's still in there.
Yeah, he hasn't escaped or anything.
Can I grab him?
Oh, as well. Oh wait, never mind. No, it doesn't matter. Don't worry.
Can I grab him?
You could grab him, but only in the only in order to pull him towards the edge or something.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Like, want to pull his hands outside the bars.
You can't right now unless you defeat Rose in her strength check she did, because she's currently trying to hold his hand to the bottom.
Oh.
If it was Vigar, I would deliberately fail.
Okay. I think we'll do that then.
Okay.
I'm gonna fight if he tries, but if Vigar reaches for him, yeah, I'm gonna.
Let's go. Okay. I'll do that. So, so his arms are outside the bars.
Okay. And he currently has a dagger hanging from his hand as well.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
through his
armored.
hand.
I'm armed. I don't care. I'll just
After-
grab him by the wrists. The wrists. Wrists.
The Wists.
As you pull him around, he's now, like, his face is staring straight at you. Well, blindfolded face, but still. And you just hear, "You're too late."
What was that?
It was
I
"You're
think he
too
said-
late," but very muffled. I'm trying to do it like he's been.
I think he
I've been
said
gagged.
he wants to be shot.
Yes, and
He wants his head cut off.
and I was RPing.
And yeah, his hands now are fully back together, except for, you know, the dagger going through them. And you see glowing coming from under the blindfold, and faint glowing starting to come from the palms of his hand.
Is he trying to cast a spell?
You would believe so, Asher, being a spellcaster. Well, actually, you're all technically spellcasters, so it certainly looks like it.
Some of us are more spellcasty than others, I'll have you know.
Some of us can at least hear
Some
it.
of us are more effective than others as well.
That's right, some of us are.
Everyone looks at Vigar.
Wait, what?
What?
Some of us are stronger.
We should probably roll an initiative.
Yay! What did you? Woo!
Oh, where is it that you rolled that?
Hang on, let me go here. Initiative.
Pew.
Oh god damn! My initiative's always bum.
Pew pew.
Pew, pew.
Bugger, I need to do this.
Where's
That
that?
one. I need a random token as well. Don't know. The Watcher will do. Right, Vigar, you get to act first.
I'm still looking at the map.
Yeah, I didn't actually create an encounter for this because it was all going to be very contained.
Okay.
I can't cut off his hands.
What do you mean you can't cut off his head? Cut off his fucking head, man! Gobbly says.
Yeah.
Asher would just sort of shout, Vigar, kill him!
Kill him with fire!
He doesn't need much convincing then.
Well, now that I got him up against the bars, I guess I can just stab him the entire way in with my pistol towards his neck.
Yes, you can.
Should I roll?
If that's what you want to do.
Man, I rolled the worst initiative again. God damn it.
Yes.
Friggin' heck, man.
It turns out Vigar is really good at prisoners.
Yeah.
Bloody hell!
Hey.
Roll your damage.
Can't believe you rolled another fucking crit. I think you rolled more crits in this game than I have in like the entire time we've been playing.
Yeah, most of them have been kicking prisoners.
Yeah. Or me.
Yeah, true. Vigar, you pick up your sword and just smash it through, and you actually end up severing his head.
Yeah! Gobbly
Straight through and bang! And his head just rolls off and all the light dissipates and...
Blood spurts from his neck. Like it was a Japanese movie.
For some reason he had really high blood pressure.
And Vigar takes a step back, takes his great sword and... what do you call it? Whip the blood off it. Smiles to himself.
He whips his sword back and forth.
From behind you, you hear someone chucks up. Then you look around, yeah, Devin's just throwing up off the side of the cart and watching you just sever a guy's head.
Bet he's regretting coming with us now.
Wait, who did that?
Devin, the guy in control of the
car.
the guy that owns the other wagon.
Vigar just says whip. You whip.
Asher would go through his stuff, find one of the sacks he's carrying, and just dump the head inside the sack.
There's probably one that was originally carrying like food stores or something hanging on the edge of the cart anyway that you could easily do that with.
Yeah, I'd use that one to sort of just keep it hanging off the edge of the car.
What, the head?
Yeah, it's...
The
you get
head
your
is
typical...
necessary. Certain spells need a head to be used.
What?
Which
Well,
may
that's...
actually...
What necromancy spells are you referring to, sir?
It's actually a
Speak with dead.
cleric one, I
Paladin
think.
spell.
Wait, what?
I don't think you need a head for that.
You do.
You need a working head to use.
I
Speak with
would-
Dead.
I wouldn't mind some head.
Oh boy. Have I got plans for you later then?
No.
Gobbly sneaks into Vigar's bedroll at some point in the night.
As an aside, I keep looking up at our Discord, and because I've changed my profile, every time I'm speaking, I think it's Xenon, because it kind of looks like Gobbly.
What? In Discord?
Goblin does not look like Yoda.
When I glance at you, it kind of does, and I'm like, wait, who's talking?
Oh, dear, dear.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, you've bagged the head, and it's off the side. Blood dripping through the bottom of it. It's only like a little straw bag type thing, so looks pretty gruesome. And now in the back of your cart, you have 2 dead bodies.
2?
Yeah, well, you have the guy that you were originally escorting, who just broke the neck off.
Wait, how did we break his neck?
Broke the neck of the guy?
Yeah, right as Gobbly smacked him in the back and slammed him against the other side and said, you hear a break, and he breaks the neck of the guy that you were escorting originally.
Ah, Gobbly's not going to hear the end of this.
Basically,
How did
point
he do
being...
that? Because I tied him with his hands behind.
Wait, did you? I thought you said you just tied his hands.
No, I can go back to Xenon's last stream. I specifically said I tied his hands through the cage.
Oh, God. It's very possible you might have said that. In that case, none of this happened, and it was all the wild fever dream of Vigar.
Gobbly wakes up, like, turns around, they're both still alive, I'm like...
Those Vigar passed out from all that running.
Fair enough.
My apologies, I shall probably look back and check everything before I write it next time.
99% certain.
Actually, Lament, you could make it...
I fear this
Lament.
exact thing happening.
Yeah.
Lament, you could make it easier. Just said the other guy died from a heart attack from shock.
Or Gobbly missed and hit him in the face with his witch bolt that went haywire. That's what I was expecting. Is like I rolled a 5 and it's like you hit the other guy. I'm like, shit.
Wait, did you? No, the first one you rolled did hit.
No, the second one didn't though. The witch bolt
No.
where he scored 8 on.
Dr. Gobbly. Smacks him across the head. Oh, the back of
Actually, you
his
know what? I'll say he did it with one of his legs, because why not?
What did he do with his leg?
Broke the other guy's neck, I guess, or something. It'll be easier than going back and retconning all this. Okay.
Oh, good. That makes Gobbly feel so much better.
A lightning bolt from the sky, from a clear sky, came down and struck him. That would be elaborate.
Turns out this guy's much more powerful than he thought.
Yeah.
Apparently so. That's what he was summoning.
Nah, in all seriousness, we'll just say that didn't happen, because... it's my bad.
It's like nothing happened, or...
No, nothing happened. You're still just riding along. You're passed out in the back of the cart because you're getting too old for this.
It was... it was just a fevered dream of Gobbly.
Yeah. Except in Gobbly's fever dream, he actually was the one to sever his head with a witch bolt. While you were in the corner crying.
Look, I'll say one thing. I hope I wasn't naked in that dream.
You always are in mine. Anyway, day goes on uneventfully.
Yeah.
You guys eventually arrive at the highway. It's getting towards early evening now, and your horses are definitely looking pretty damn ragged.
Are we actually on the highway now?
Yeah, you've literally just turned onto the cobblestone of the highway.
Do we see any milestones or anything like that?
Give me a perception.
When you say milestones, I'm like, what, we level up, or?
All ye who pass here shall level up.
Yes. Oh.
Nod, 5 limits.
Nod, yes. 5 sell him.
After a few minutes of riding, you see off to the side a little, another one of those wagon areas where it's meant you pull over and rest for the night, and that has a little milestone on it, which I don't know how many miles it would actually say, because that would mean actually creating a functional map, which I never did. But you know it'll be on now that you're on the cobblestones, probably a couple of days, a day at the if you again ride hard.
So what we are like here?
Yeah, you're just after the turn, so you're around here.
Which way are we going?
Here.
Over there. Okay. So we've gone from 8 to the T junction.
6.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear. We've got a while to go. I mean, I know we can go a lot faster when we're on the road, but we've still got I feel like we're only a third of the way there.
Well, also bear in mind the route up is also very hilly, and so you'd always slow down going uphill and whatnot. So,
well,
yeah, it's much quicker now.
Wasn't it also supposed to be 5 days that it would take it at normal pace?
Yeah, and you've already been on the road for 2, and that's with 1 day of riding hard.
Okay, so we pull off in the services, and
Well, do you?
we'll do well. Horses are ragged, I presume we do.
Who's currently controlling the lead
yeah.
one?
Asher would pull over for the night.
Okay.
So, just checking, both our prisoners are now dead?
No, they're still alive because that was my fuck up.
We should kill him.
Okay.
We should definitely kill him. I mean, they don't need this guy alive, surely.
Asher would inspect the guy... I'm just going to call him a mage. Asher will inspect the mage's bonds and gag and stuff, make sure they're all still nice and tight and not coming with.
Lempos, what are you doing?
Yeah, Jesus, Lempos.
I think he's
Stop
cheating.
wasting your crits.
He's cheating.
I just want to kick him.
You really, really want to kick him.
Are you just doing a visual inspection, or are you doing a handsy inspection?
I would do a touch inspection.
As you start messing with his gag part, he just sort of mumbles something at you.
Gobbly, witch bolt at the ready.
I ignore it and just pull it about an inch tighter. And make it more uncomfortable for him.
Were you standing the other side, Gobbly?
Of what?
You said you had witch bolt at the ready, so...
Oh yeah, I'd be standing almost opposite, I think. But without outside of foot reach.
Is Gobbly Is Gobbly like holding a finger gun to his head?
Gobbly, you see a slight smirk again.
I'm gonna wipe that
Other than
smile
that,
off
he
his
doesn't
face.
try anything.
Boot to the head.
And then all of a sudden, Vigar comes out of nowhere and gives him a boot to the back of the head. A flying kick straight through the bars.
A flying drop kick.
Somehow he's managed to get more bruised than he started off at.
Does it knock him unconscious?
I would say yes with that roll.
Yeah.
You hit him so hard in the back of the head that his head springs forward, smacks the other side's bars, and he just goes limp.
Again, that's impressive considering his hands are tied behind the bar.
Oh, you actually tied him to the bars?
Yeah. I actually made it so he would not be able to pull his hands into the cage.
In that case, I'll just say, yeah, you kick him in the back of the head and he goes limp.
Because I don't want him free to move.
Yeah, it makes sense now.
Well, if he's unconscious, he can't move.
No, it certainly is after a roll like that.
I am very happy to keep him unconscious for the next 8 hours or so.
Yes! More kicking.
More kicking. Man, this guy's gonna have a very sore head.
That, I'm guessing we set up tents, set up camp, etc. Set up a fire. I don't have any spells which would help us. Security, so...
I got
intimidate.
nothing.
Can I intimidate the wood so much that it turns that it bursts into flame?
Just to make Vigar feel happy as he roars, I cast Prestidigitation just to make sure the wood bursts into flames.
It's like the worst intimidation ever, but then it still burst into flame.
Yeah, you're like, damn you, wood with your splinters.
Vigar's eyes just opens and looks at the others and it's like, looks around and it's like, what the heck just happened?
Gobbly gives the golf clap. Like. Well done, sir.
Perhaps there is a touch of the arcane in you as well, Mike.
So, do you guys do anything else before watch rotations and the like?
Vigar will check the surrounding area.
I'm going to actually cast Mage Armor on myself since I've got a bunch of spells saved up. I don't think I have to actually roll it. No, I don't. So I'm giving myself Mage Armor for the next 8 hours.
Okay.
In case something should happen during the night. But
roll a d20.
yes, I do. I do have to roll a d20. Well done, sir. Roll. Crit, motherfucker!
Yeah, you're good for now then.
Damn it! I wasted my crit. I wasted my crit on the shit roll.
Yeah.
For those who aren't aware, I have to roll a d20 for every spell that I cast. Normally it's as part of the actual attack, but if I roll less than currently a 6, I think. If I roll less than a 6, then Wild Surge.
No, it's up to 9 because you've rolled 3 spells today.
I haven't done any spells today.
Yeah, you have. You done. Oh wait, no, 2 of them you didn't do.
No,
yeah.
We retconned all that, so yeah, I've only done 1 so far. So yeah, it's up to 6.
I don't really expect anything of it, but can I do survival just to rig up like some basic warning tripwires?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, can Gobbly help? Because I got +3 on survivals.
What I'll say is, rather than actual traps or things like that, you can set up things that would make a noise if disturbed.
Yeah, dry branches, scrub.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I'm okay with that.
I have a question that I probably should have asked before the stream started. Are we still on level 3?
3, yeah.
Good. Checking we hadn't leveled up.
Were you helping out, Gobbly?
Yeah. I'm helping. Do I have to roll?
Roll me survival?
No.
Yeah. Just see how good you help.
11-ish.
I'll say between the two of you, you've set up not necessarily the noisiest of traps, but noisy enough that leaves would rustle and at least make enough more noise than you'd normally have naturally.
Would we be able to hear the colors of the wind?
No, for that you need a particular small Indian girl to help out.
Okay.
they called?
Native
Indian American, to be precise.
Making a reference I don't understand. I see you.
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
You're lucky.
I
Anyway.
think he should be an Outlander Beastmaster Ranger, but
That's much more complicated than what Gandalf was, at least.
yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Gobbly has first watch.
Sure. My mage armor is nice and new.
Shiny.
Shiny. Okay.
Give me a perception.
Perception. What do we perceive? Oh, I see many things.
Having lived in the wilderness for pretty much your entire adult life, give or take, you've realised, Gobbly, that it's very quiet, like eerily quiet around. Like you'd expect to hear, especially now you're up on the main road, it's much more wooded around here, with the road just cutting through. And you'd expect to hear animals, owls, that kind of thing. But you hear nothing at all.
Oh, wait.
Eerily quiet. A tumbleweed goes past the road.
Gobbly stands up. It's quiet. Too quiet. Can I have just a quick look around the local area just to see if I can see anything that seems out of the ordinary?
Yeah, you have a quick look around, but the only thing you could actually find is a spider climbing a tree. That's the only thing you can see.
God,
Bigger spider.
damn spider!
It's
What is
like
lost?
a wolf spider.
Have it, spider! Crit it, motherfucker! That spider is dead! Take it! Take it, bitch! Boom!
Roll your damage quick.
Let's do level 2 since... Well, yeah, fuck it, let's do level... Can I cast at level 2? Oh, no, I can't cast that one at level 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it is casting at level 2. Well, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. 18! Take it!
Everyone else wakes up to the sound of the tree getting eviscerated. You hear like a falling tree behind it, and it's just... Yeah, there's a tiny little stump left where there was a tree. And like 20 odd meters down the road, it's just the top of it.
I turn around and look at everybody and say,
Ash is sort of immediately up, short sword, and sort of ready to cast. Sort of like, what?
I was like,
What's happening? What's happening?
I thought it was a door.
Where are they? Where are they? Let me at them. Let me at them.
You have some serious problems with wood, my friend.
That's what she said.
Gobbly like shrugs and like,
Literally just now.
bad spider? It's a giant spider!
How big?
And Gobbly's like,
Spider.
like holds his little arms apart, like, and slowly gets like, like tiny.
Big spider.
Asher sort of sighs and says, Gobbly,
It was coming right
we
for
need
me!
to have... And I know. We will need to have a conversation before we reach the city, because if you do things like this, they will lock you up again, and trust me, the city guards will not be as nice as the ones in Willow Dock.
They weren't very nice.
Exactly.
Shit.
But we can discuss this tomorrow. Right
Gobbly,
now,
Gobbly kicks the dirt. Damn it.
I am going back to bed. Try to keep the magical attacks for spiders over 30 centimeters.
Okay.
About... And then Asher realizes who he's talking to and says, spiders as big as your head are an okay target, is what I'm trying to say.
Gobbly nods and kicks the dirt.
Vigar just shakes his head and grumbles.
I can't believe I wasted my crit on a fucking spider.
Asher, as you sit back down, Graham's like standing next to your tent. And he just leans over to you and says, "Do we trust him?"
Yes.
Asher sighs and says, less so than 2 days ago.
What?
But for now, we will keep going.
Can I roll perception to see if I can hear this?
Go ahead, but you're going to need to roll high, because Graham would have definitely said it quietly.
Goddamn fuck shitballs.
No, you're just too busy staring at your handiwork and thinking, no, you know what, that was a good job. Like, look at that.
I couldn't have done a better job, let me put it that way.
Just before Asher goes back to sleep, he will inspect the cage.
The cage is fine. The horses are really spooked. But, yeah, the cage...
Asher will just sort of spend a moment calming them down then.
Okay. They don't take much. They're horses that have been moving around prisoners for a long time. They're used to loud noises, just not quite so loud noises followed by trees falling down.
That's fair, I'm not used to those either.
You know, the spider could have been a spy.
It's in the name.
Spy? Yeah, it is.
Well, it didn't turn into a confused half-orcs.
That could also happen, but luckily there was no sex involved this time.
What?
It's a reference from our other campaign.
Oh.
Who was after Gobbly then for watches? So I assume Gobbly doesn't put anything else up.
Vigar, Bran, and then me for the morning.
Okay, Vigar, do you want to roll perception?
Can I roll intimidation at the forest?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
It all bursts into flames.
So we would then wake up again to Vigar shouting at us.
To a forest fire.
You're noticing the same thing, Vigar. You actually noticed this the other night as well. It seems really, really deathly quiet.
So
the only thing you can hear is the snoring of other people and the crackling of the fire.
There's not a whole lot I can say. Like,
no?
I notice it.
I noticed that there is a lack of things to notice.
I get my sword ready.
Other than that, yeah, nothing of interest happens.
As I'm falling asleep, can I have a think about why the forest would be so quiet? Like why there aren't any animals or... Well, there was a spider, actually.
Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana! Bonk. 15.
You've noticed, ever since you've had this guy in the cage, like, Gobbly doesn't quite recognise what it is. You've just been trying to block it out. But now that you're actually sitting there trying to think, why is it so quiet? And you realise that ever since you've captured this guy is when it's been quiet. And you've felt a slight hum of what you normally feel as you cast magic in the area.
So he's kind of like the guy that walks into a room and everyone does like a record scratch and everyone goes quiet.
Kind of, except it...
All the time.
Gobbly can't put two and two together for that because he's never heard a record scratch. Like you're thinking, what? It's been quiet since we got him, and I keep feeling like there's magic around.
So I feel like there's like magic
faint
emanating
magic
from him, or is it like he's putting out a field of quiet?
You can't quite pin it down. It just feels like it's all around you, but yeah.
It's love, isn't it? Love is all around me.
Yeah, and the feeling's growing.
I'm glad somebody got that.
So...
Gobbly falls asleep.
Round 2, Asher, I guess.
Okay. Perception check. Oh, yes.
Again, the same thing, except this time, Asher, you actually feel it as well. Since you've got your powers, and before you met him, you didn't feel the hum so much. But now, since you've actually been... Since you first used your new magic abilities, you've been feeling it more and more, like the more you've spent around him.
Asher would say nothing, but just keep a close eye on the cage.
Nope. And still nothing happens.
Then suddenly, fuck all happened.
I guess you could roll for Bran, but it's up to you. There's not really much point.
Just to be.
How perceptive is he?
He's
+1, isn't he? Or +2?
+2. His wisdom's +2.
Yeah, in the morning, yeah, Bran just wakes you up, and...
Well, technically it was Bran, then Asher.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then, yeah, Bran doesn't. Bran just wakes you up for your watch and then goes to go to sleep. And it's next morning.
Yeah, I get my spell back.
Anything you guys want to do before continuing on the road?
Morning exercise.
Asher will just sort of ask Vigar as part of his morning exercise, could you just move those tree debris off the road?
Off the road?
Off the road.
Of course, of course, of course.
It's not too difficult to do.
I just feel guilty about leaving a half full someone else to come and have to move.
Yeah,
you created with your wrong dice.
It's literally lots of fractured bits of wood, so although there's a big branch that, yeah, Asher might have struggled with, it's easy enough to push it to the side.
Push? I want to lift them up and freaking do exercise with them.
Okay, so you're weightlifting one.
Yes.
A massive branch in each hand.
Yes. And then throw them away.
Oh. Anything else?
Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty much ready.
Are you riding hard again?
Please, keep it for the bedroom.
I would still sort of try and maintain a fairly good pace to get to the city as quickly as possible.
Okay. After a few hours on the road, coming the opposite direction, you see 3 knights riding the opposite direction. At least they're men in heavy armor on the top of war horses, so...
Do they have, like,
Perception?
emblems, like,
Yeah, I was about to say,
yeah.
perception check to see if they have any banners.
Yep, go ahead, give me perception. One of them on the front of his, what are they called? Is it Hubrik? The thing that goes over the chain.
Yeah.
On the front of that, you just see the emblem of the of Praharan on the front, which is the kingdom you're in.
How far are we along this road? Oh, we're actually just at the T-junction, or just after the T-junction, aren't we?
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
I'd say by now you're probably about 3/4 of the way there, so I'll move the dot along a little bit.
Yay.
And yeah, they're just heading in the opposite direction.
Asher would sort of hold up a hand in greeting and sort of, oh, good sirs.
One of them brings his horse to a stop, looks over to you and lifts up the front of his helmet. He's just looking at you.
And Gobbly's got to like slink back down in his seat and maybe like give him the you know, blank them.
Asher will sort of stand in as much as he can on sort of the seat bit and sort of give a formal bow and sort of say, we are travelling from Willow. What's the city's name again?
Misthill.
Towards Misthill, at the behest of the governor of...
They're coming from Misthill, aren't we?
No, we're travelling from Willow Dock to Misthill.
Oh. I thought we were going to Praharan.
Praharan's the name of the kingdom. Misthill is the capital.
Okay.
But we have encountered trouble on the roads. The fellow gagged behind me, and Asher will gesture to the cage, seems to be a powerful magic user who tried to ambush us on the roads. I was just wondering if you knew of any local road patrol who might be able to help escort us back to the city.
He just says, "You're looking at the only patrols you'll find around here, lad." And
In that case,
he looks in the back of the cart and sees how beat up this guy is. He's just like, seem to have it in hand.
I do, although me and my companion gesturing to Gobbly have a sense for the arcane, and this man reeks of it in a way I have never felt before. And I am genuinely worried what will happen if he decides to try and escape, or what may come after him.
When you say about me and my friend have a knowledge of the arcane, he's sort of like, his body language changes a bit to like, oh fuck, here we go. But then when you say, oh, this guy reeks of it, we're just trying to get there for safety, he just nods and says, ah, of course, and puts like his hand in the air, points to both sides of the cart, and his men go around the outside and form up on it. Says, we'll escort you back to the capital.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Knight. My name is Asher. May I ask of yours?
My name is Sir Sandish.
Sandish?
Yeah, Sandish.
Sandwich.
Close.
Excellent. With Asher sort of, bows his head just like and says, thank you, sir. And, carries on moving.
So hang on, we can just go up to guards and say, we need an escort. Take us to the capital.
I will say specifically, this is because you said he was a magic user, and magic's a bit touchy in this world. Hence why it was a bit sort of like changes his body language to get, thinking that he might have to draw a weapon.
Gobbly slumps
when Asher
even
mentioned
lower
the arcane.
in the seat.
So yeah, they form up with you and start riding. At first, they're just riding at normal walking pace. Do you mention that you want to get there a bit quicker, or?
No, it wasn't where I wanted to get to the city quicker. It's where I wanted to find someone quicker.
Okay, that's fine.
So now that we have guards, extra help, I'm happy to sort of slow down and take it a bit more casual. And sort of as we're riding, I will update Sandfish on what happens.
Did you say Sandfish?
Yeah. That's his name because I really like this. Sir Sandfish.
Gobbly is going to call him Sir Sandwich, the tastiest nut in all the land.
Not that Gobbly would ever try and talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should also remind everybody, because I only just remembered, I'm blue.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
right,
I'm a Smurf. So I can't wait for somebody to comment on that. Well, at least I look slightly less like a goblin.
Yeah, that was actually my main thought. You can just say that you're a gnome who had a tragic accident.
I'll just tell them I'm a Smurf.
Yeah, I'd say if you call him over, Sandfish would drop back, ride alongside you, and listen to what you're saying.
Yeah, I would just sort of update him and sort of say, look, I'm telling you this because if anything does happen, I want somewhere to get back to the king and the city of this apparent threat.
Do you mention the Watcher from episode 1?
Hang on, who's the Watcher?
It was quite a while ago, so I'd better ask.
The Watcher was basically the Grey Warden interest in the prisoner, the original sort of mute one, but basically had no power or like political sway to actually interrogate them. So he went off and sort of did his own thing, as far as I can know.
Yeah.
Asher would sort of mention having met him. I mean, are Watchers as feared or reviled down in the Republic?
In the Republic, they definitely are. Like, you show them respect because, as far as the citizens are concerned, they're keeping you safe from the evils at night. Up in Praharan, they're much more reserved about them. They're unsure about them because the general consensus in the other kingdoms is that why the Watcher's interfering outside of Praharan, Republic rather.
Yeah, well, sort of Asher being from the Republic wouldn't think twice about mentioning him then.
Okay, when you say the Watcher, he looks at you and says, so the Watcher's seen this one?
Asher will sort of gesture with his back. He has seen the quiet one. And sort of points to the mute.
Okay. He says, well, if this one's a magic user as well, I guess he's the best one to ask. And says, we'll pick up the pace and we'll ride in the night if need be.
Excellent. I am not, and Asher will sort of genuinely say, I am glad you share my sort of reservations about this whole affair.
When you say that, he says, you say you're a magic user.
I have...
Say no.
Sort of, this is basically Asher trying to be semi-honest and sort of like, I have had experiences with it. As I have told you, we were part of the group which cleared out this cult originally. And sort of, yes.
Wrong answer.
No, and basically Asher is sort of trying to brush off the fact that it's not so much where he's a magic user, it's where he knows or has experienced dark magic, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm happy to make a deception check for that.
Go ahead, yeah, because you might be able to tell if you're keeping some things back. I shall roll.
Bloody hell.
Oh, yeah.
There is no number on that dice big enough.
He just nods and goes, okay. And he looks down at Gobbly again and goes, I'm guessing that thing's had experience of magic as well.
No, Gobbly knows no magic. Gobbly is a simple blacksmith. He reshoes horses.
Asher sort of grins and says, he has had several run-ins with magic, which results for his current skin, but...
He chuckles a bit and goes, I think it's a good look for him. And then turns to the man.
It makes him easier to spot in a crowd.
He just says, yeah, no doubt. And he just looks over his shoulder at the man next to him and goes, we're picking up the pace, be ready. And then he sort of, rides around the back of your cart and says it's the other side. And then, yeah, they pick up the pace a bit.
Does he also say it to Devin in the wagon behind?
No. But I'll say Devin, yeah, as you pick up the pace, like, he's not heard anything that's gone on up the front, but he knows the knights that patrol the road and he ain't going to argue with them, so as you pick up the pace, he sort of does the same because he's thinking, well, fuck it, if I'm going to be safe, I'm going to be safer with these guys.
Yeah. So yeah, then in that case, we pick up the case and we ride through the night to the city, I guess. Asher will defer to the night for this.
You actually arrive not long after sunset. Like, there's still a bit of red on the horizon as you get there, and I shall switch over to it now.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we've been given a note, letter, or...
Yeah, you would have been given a writ from the governor explaining the reason why you've just arrived at the capital with a prisoner. But as you're riding up, the guards at the front are just holding big halberds, and they step aside as the knights approach, since they're on both sides of your cart.
Gobbly wants to know why they're holding fish. Giant halibut. That's fine. I knew what you meant. Anyway, it was for comic effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got big fish on the end of the sticks. Very intimidating. And because the guards are either side of your cart, they just step aside and allow it through. But as Devin starts to come up, they step over and ask him his business and things like that. Do you stop to wait for them, or keep riding along with the knights?
Asher sort of looks back and sort of looks at the knights. Could one of you Help out my friends.
Lord Sandfish looks back, points at one of the guards and points at the cart, says, "Bring them up when they're done," and keeps riding along. And one of the guys splits off to go back.
Okay, in which case Vigar's left behind.
Is Vigar asleep?
Were you asleep?
I think he may have been.
Yeah, sounds
Like, what? Someone say my name.
The knights ride you guys up to a big cast iron gate in a little courtyard, and he dismounts. Just says, "Right, I guess we'll be taking them from here then." Bangs on a door, opens it, and just like waves his head back, and a couple of guys come out with spears, just pointing towards the cart. And he says to you, "Can you open it up?"
Asher sort of grins and said, How do I do this? Asher will sort of bluff and sort of... my friends in the other car had the key for security, but we were told that someone here would also have a key, and sort of he'd hand over the paperwork. Because we were never given a key.
You hand over the paperwork, and the guard starts reading through it, and then one of the other guards says, "Hey, it's one of ours," and he just folds a bit of paper and goes, "Ah, my apologies," and signals for one of the guys to go, and he comes back with a big like set of keys, and he's trying each one in the door until eventually one just clicks it open.
Is the prisoners, are the prisoners conscious at this stage?
Yeah, they're both conscious. The guy's still sitting there with a huge grin, and the other guy's just completely phased out as usual.
I don't like the way he grins.
No, neither do I. But
should we cut his head off?
You have some really vivid dreams, my.
I saw it once in a dream.
Yeah, and they pull out the guy who's completely phased out normally. He does walk as he's guided, but he doesn't do it himself, so they're just poking him in the back with a spear to get him through the gates. And then the guy who you originally captured also walks as he's poked along, and as he passes you, Asher, he just mumbles something under his breath and keeps walking.
Asher sort of waits until he's out of sight and then sort of shudders.
Did Gobbly hear that?
Yeah, I guess you'd be near Asher, so you'd also hear him mumble something.
Would I recognise it as a spell?
What it was?
What's that, sorry? You both talked over each other.
You go.
Goblin goes first.
Okay. I was going to say, would I recognise that as a spell or an enchantment of some sort, or was he just talking shit?
Roll me an arcane check.
Yeah, 15.
It's not any spell you've ever heard of. There wasn't any arcane language or anything like that in it.
Cool.
Can I do a perception check just to hear what he was actually saying?
Yeah, go for it.
Elf is, don't fail me
now. You think you can make out a couple of words? You hear remember and next, but that's about it.
Remember next.
Probably don't like remember what happened.
By now, Vigar and the rest of your people are probably walking alongside the knight. There's no cart anymore. Devon's just disappeared.
Devon went his own way. Yeah.
I'm beginning to think Devon may have been here, or may be known to local authorities.
He's been arrested.
Yeah, he's not here. They stopped him. They didn't stop us.
Well, this is the dungeons.
Remember, we found all those horseshoes.
That's true.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Asher will sort of turn to one of the guards and sort of... We didn't get paid before we left, did we?
Yeah, you did.
No, no, no,
Did
no.
you get paid?
No. No, we didn't.
I swear I put it in your loot.
No,
table
we
for
didn't.
That.
Gobbly says no.
Alright, and Gobbly says so.
Asher sort
No,
of
we're
turns
expecting
to the
payment
guard
now.
and sort of says,
We'd like to be paid.
We were told that we would receive payment upon delivery. Do you have a
There you go.
office or such?
Roll me deception
Deception?
or persuasion, whichever you think fits better there.
You
Well,
fool!
actually, hold on,
Can
no,
Gobbly help?
This is
Since
a
I was,
genuine out of camp question. Were we paid before cut?
I'm pretty sure we were.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put it on the loot table before that, after that session.
But Gobbly was like, you were all like, "Have we been paid?" And Gobbly's like, "Nope, nope, haven't been paid."
I would
in which
check
case,
the
if we
pins, but I can't.
hired sort of post-travel stay, Asher would sort of turn to them and sort of say, yeah, and just sort of say, apparently my friend here said we need to get paid.
Gobbly says, "We need to get paid, motherfuckers. We did not come all this way, not for free. We did not do it out of the goodness of our hearts.
The guy you're
Demand
speaking to
payment."
is like 16, like really young. He's not really a guard per se. He's just a lookout more than anything. He's like, Sir Knight, and shouting back at, what's his face?
So sandwich.
Sir Sandfish, that was the one. And he comes over. It's like, again, you explain to him, yeah, you haven't been paid yet. He goes, it's a regular for a prison transport, but this certainly hasn't been a regular transport for you now, has it?
And normally it would be one of these esteemed men doing it. But the fact that it was hired adventurers was a regular enough.
Yeah. Well, he says, wait here a second, goes into the same place where he banged on the door to get the few people out earlier, and comes back with 5 gold coins and just says, this is a normal wage that we give our soldiers. I would give you more, but I don't know what you originally paid to take in this job.
I believe it was 10 gold, wasn't it? Looks around. 10 gold. Yes, 10 gold. Elbows Asher. Yes, 10 gold.
Asher at this point is sort of tired and just wants to find a semi-decent inn. So he just says to Gobbly, Gobbly, you can have my ship.
I believe it was 10 gold. Fucking elbow. Elbow.
Give me another deception check.
Is this Gobbly or me?
Nah, Gobbly.
Man, I'm deceiving all day.
Yeah, how am I going to do this?
How
So
about we can come back for the rest for tomorrow.
So Sandfish sighs and just reaches into his own like little pouch on the side, pulls out 5 more gold and says, since it was more complicated than that, here, and gives you another 5 gold.
Gobbly has 10 gold. Gobbly notes it
Vigar,
down
you
on
have
his
just
character
seen
sheet.
Gobbly take 10 gold and put it into his own pouch. Vigar, Lempos.
I think Lempos may actually be asleep.
Yeah,
It is, in his defense, it is quite late for him.
Lempos.
I'm just imagining him slumped over his keyboard like.
Yeah.
Vigar, in that case, saw nothing since he was asleep.
Yeah, Vigar hasn't got a clue. He's just, yeah, collapsed on the floor asleep.
See, now we have
So-
10 gold, where previously we did not have 10 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you said about finding a tavern then, Asher?
Yeah, Asher turns to Sam just before Sandfish shows. This is my first time in this. Do you know and then he sort of looks at Vigar and Gobbly and sort of, a average tavern?
A quiet tavern?
Well, if you guys weren't there, he'd be asking for
High class tavern.
Are you back, Lempos? Are
Yeah,
you back?
he wasn't asleep.
Yeah, totally. Not at all. he strokes his beard a bit and says, well, the tavern, I wouldn't suggest, they don't have beds there. The inn, the Silverfish might.
The Silverfish sounds...
Silverfish? So Sir Sandfish is telling us to go to the Silverfish.
With their halibuts on sticks.
Sounds fishy to me.
It's been a very fishy episode.
Come, Gobbly, we must poisson.
Must what?
Poisson.
Poisson.
It's French for fish. I was making a pun.
Oh. Isn't... He's talking about croissants.
No, poisson.
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 You feel
Into
style.
the
Poisson.
Poisson.
So yeah, you guys find your way to the inn, and as you go through the front doors, it's think like B&B style, like you've walked into like a little front office type thing.
Asher would go up to whatever counter is.
There's just an old woman behind it who's currently writing something on a pad as you approach. She looks up, says, if you're here for a room, how many?
How many of us are there?
Six
7?
of us, but
Oh no, it's 6, yeah.
6 of us, but hopefully one double room or one double bed. Asher will say, and the
That's
rest
right.
will be twins.
Gobbly deserves a double bit.
She glances up and just says, okay, no women of the night in here though, please, and like makes them
Asher
put
also
on another
doesn't-
pad.
Asher will grin into the safety zone. Tell her that will definitely.
She just like doesn't even look at you. She says, I've heard that one before. Finishes like writing down on another little bit of pad and turns around, pulls out a few keys, and she says, no single rooms, I'm afraid. We have 2 rooms for 3, so puts down 2 keys for that, and then looks at her other hand and goes, and 1 double. And then she looks back at her pad and says, total 50 silver, please. And I said 50 gold then, Jesus.
Jesus Christ. This is a high-class
Yeah.
establishment.
Yeah.
50 silver.
50 silver? That's a lot.
Okay. Asher will
It
put
is.
down 5 gold each.
Welcome to the cost of housing in the capital, Xenon.
Fuck.
Damn,
You better be
that was
5
still an
stars.
extension.
Or I'm rating this thing down on whatever the medieval equivalent
yeah, Asher
of
will put down
TripAdvisor is.
5 gold pieces. Also pick up the double key, which he will keep, and he'll hand the 2 others over. So handing one to Vigar and the other
To Gobbly.
no, not to Gobbly.
Yes, to Gobbly.
To
Graham.
Graham. That's the name. I kept on wanting to call him Gregor then, because of Vigar.
Yeah, Vigar is very much Gregor. Beating on prisoners, trying to hack their limbs off.
Hey, I'm doing what's necessary.
But yeah, he distributes the keys because, from my understanding, they're rooms for 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 single
Yeah.
beds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the 1 double room, which Asher has kept the key for.
Okay. I take it you guys rest for the night then, and go
Gobbly
on to
slumps
tomorrow.
off at being treated as a second-class citizen, not getting his own key. Graham got the goddamn key.
Are you sending Gobbly with Vigar or with Graham?
Gobbly can go which one he prefers, or Gobbly could get his own room and Vigar could sleep.
Ooh. How much was a single room? Oh, like just a room. Are there any left,
You
actually?
don't know. Less than 50 silver.
It's fucking. I'll bunk with Vigar.
Well,
Just as
let's-
we're about to head up, Asher will sort of turn around and say to Did we get her name?
No, you didn't ask.
Hey, old bat.
Asher will turn around and sort of say, excuse me, madame. I'm sorry, I realize I didn't ask your name. I apologize. It has been a long journey. I am Asher. These are my companions, Vigar, Gob, Lucille, Graham, and Brad. Do you know anywhere good to eat around here? We have been on nothing but trail ration the past 4 days.
She's still writing on her little pad and just goes, "You want eats? You go down to the tavern."
Is she implying there's a tavern
Where is
here,
the
or
tavern? I am sorry, madam. Time in the city.
She sighs and just says, "Down that way, second left, can't miss it." And it's pointing like outside and down the road.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy yours.
She just says, "Uh-huh," and keeps writing on her pad.
Okay, Asher will, then turn around, go upstairs and get changed. Sort of get refreshed.
Goblin says to Vigar, she didn't seem very hospitable, did she? Vigar's
Pass.
What? Never mind, it was a rhetorical question.
Do you go down the tavern tonight then, Rose, or?
Well, we haven't eaten yet.
True.
What time is it? Isn't it quite late?
We got here just after sundown. I'm guessing traveling through the city would have taken about an hour and doing.
Yeah, it's like 9 o'clock. Taverns tend to be open 24, like full-on taverns where they're literally just there for alcohol and whatnot will be open more or less all the time.
Yep. Tavern it is.
Do you go, Vigar?
And to the tavern.
Yep.
Sure.
Right then.
Good tavern.
You guys follow the directions, and eventually you see a tavern, which is literally just called the Tavern. And I take it you guys go in, and it's a pretty rowdy place. A lot of talking, a lot of singing and whatnot. It's a big guy, kind of looks like Vigar, but a bit younger, just standing behind the counter. Sees you guys come in and sort of waves you over. It's like, "Ah, patrons, what can I get for you?"
Gobbly pushes Asher aside and it's like, "Gobbly would like the most expensive drink you have."
He says, "Okay, and that will be 50 gold.
Fuck! Gobbly doesn't have that much gold. Gobbly would like a drink that costs roughly 5 gold.
He goes, my expensive tastes, and says, "And for you," looking at Asher.
Asher will just sort of say, "I will just have," sort of turns around and sort of counts. Let's just call it 2 bottles of wine. Yep. And whatever meals you are serving.
Of course,
6 meals.
he says, "We have soup, beef, or pork on the menu tonight, all served with potatoes and various veg."
God, that sounds good.
Which would you recommend?
He chuckles and just says, "Oh, me, I'm a pork man myself."
Pork it is then.
Asher loves good pork.
Yeah, he's writing this all down on his pad. He says, "Any drinks for you, sir?" And looks up at you, Vigar.
Maybe something
Then,
non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic for Vigar.
Do you want to drink alcohol?
Yeah.
Or anything? Anything in particular?
No.
But you just say, "Yeah, a drink."
Give him your cheapest drink.
Ale.
He just looks at Vigar for a while and goes, "Ale it is then." Vigar, can you actually give me a perception check?
Yeah.
You glance over into the corner of the room, and there's someone there that you swear you've known before. Like, he looks really familiar to you.
Wait, no, before?
Yeah, someone he looks very similar. You can't quite pin it in your head, but he
Familiar.
definitely looks familiar to you.
just asking about the cost of the stuff. Quickly.
3 copper for the ale. 6 mils would probably be a gold. And 5 gold for Gobbly's drink.
Gobbly can pay for that. Himself.
Yeah, I'll pay for that.
Yep. And then you asked 2 bottles of wine. I'd say 2 gold for 2 bottles. It's not very good wine, but it's wine.
So you buy a whole bottle of wine for a single gold, and I spend 5 gold on a single drink.
You don't even know what it is yet.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this comes out.
Sparklers and an umbrella.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a cocktail.
Good guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, he says, if you guys just take a seat, I'll have the girl bring out your food and drink very soon.
Thank you, my friend. And Asher will, go find a large table for us all.
Is it very busy in here?
It's not packed to capacity, but it is pretty busy. Like, you got people singing, maybe someone in the corner playing a lute or something. And
That's what the ambient music I have playing currently is.
oh, very good.
Actually, I think it's a flute or something.
And eventually,
Tavern song, a wizard's staff has a knob on it.
so yeah, eventually the serving girl comes out with your drinks and whatnot and asks for a payment.
Did you pay at the bar, or?
No. She's come over with the written out note.
The amount that sort of was due, other than Gobbly's amount, and sort of Asher gestures to Gobbly.
Gobbly slams down his 5 gold on the table like boom.
And she scoops it up whilst carefully watching Gobbly, like she's not even sure what the hell he is, but she doesn't like it, that's for sure. And she puts down like all the food and drinks, and Gobbly, you've got a picture of a blue liquid with umbrellas and
oh yeah,
little they kind of look like candles sticking out the top of it.
Alright, Gobbly's going to prestidigitate some flame to light the candles. If the serving girl doesn't do it already.
Oh no, they're already alight.
Oh right, okay.
They're like sparklers without the spark, basically.
Okay. It's like Gobbly's birthday. Alright, Gobbly's going to take a swig.
Asher would basically pop the cork out of the wine bottle. Glasses for his group.
Oh, actually, can I ask the serving wench what this particular drink is called?
She nervously looks and goes, it's a blue bomb, Sarah.
Gobbly's gonna chug the blue bomb. So hang on, it's called the blue bomb. Does it obviously not explode, but does it do anything? Does it have any special features, or is it just there for? Is the stuff there for looks?
It tastes like blueberries and not very alcoholic.
Ooh.
Like you don't taste any alcohol at all. So.
I think I may have got a virgin.
I will point out this picture is as big as your head.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a while to get through.
Yeah.
Well, 5 gold actually for a drink that's probably gonna last me all night. It's probably good value.
Yeah, it's not bad, especially for one your size.
Yeah.
At least.
While we're here, Asher will look.
What was that?
While we're here, Asher will look around. Are there any card games happening?
Roll me perception.
Gobbly sees you looking around, and it's like, it's always you like, we should hustle some cards.
You see a few people playing dice, but no cards.
Gobbly pulls out his deck of many things, which is it's just like a shitty deck of cards.
It's not even a full deck.
No, it's not. I think there's like 13 cards in it, maybe. With a deck of 52.
I imagine there is the occasional tarot card mixed in or something.
Yeah, it's like, Mrs. Bunderbaker and just like random cards.
Exodia the Forbidian? Asher would go and get the dice ago, depending on how much they were betting.
Gobbly's gonna follow.
They're betting like a silver piece each at a time. It's only low stakes.
Asher will grin and sort of pull out silver piece. Am I okay for a game?
They look over at you and just like, yeah, sure, take a seat.
Asher will sit down and play around with dice. And hopefully use sleight of hand to game the fuck out of it.
What were you doing, Gobbly?
I'm just looking at prestidigitation. I don't think I can change the outcome of a dice roll using prestidigitation.
I think you can, but it would be obvious. Standing there waving your hands around and saying something, so...
Prestidigitation is verbal and somatic.
Yeah.
Well, I'll bet a little. So I'll just like lean over to Asher. It's like, you make a distraction, I'll change the dice roll.
Asher would just grin at Goblins.
Oh, actually, I know. No, I know what I'm going to do.
Play this one legitimately.
Okay, I'm going to walk out of the room, cast invisibility, and then walk back in.
Well, you can do that if you want, unless Asher stops you.
Asher would sort of, at Gobbly's suggestion, sort of say, I do not need your help with this.
Are there any other dice games going on? Actually, I can't. That's not gonna work, is it? Fuck. Fine, I will sit there and watch.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check. Oh, bloody hell. Oh yeah, you totally game it. You deliberately throw a couple of rolls in order to not make it too obvious. But within like half hour, you've won yourself 3 gold in total. And they're just like, oh, the luck isn't with us tonight. I better go get another drink before you clean me out. And his friend's just like, yeah, me too. And sort of throws his pouch on the table and it's just empty.
Did you hear what I just said?
No.
No.
Okay, I basically sort of stand up, sort of claiming the gift, and give them back 5 silver pieces, basically saying, have a round on me, sort of thank you for such a fun game, and then head back to my table.
Okay. They nod and say, thank you, friend. It was good playing with you, even if you did steal our money. And he's chuckling, he doesn't mean it like, you know, oh yeah, I know you stole my money.
What was I going to say? On the way back, I'd buy sort of, another bottle of wine. Table.
Okay. By now, Lucille's already starting to look a bit... what would be the right word? A little bit unsteady. Like, she's tipsy, she's not drunk, but... And she's chuckling as she sits down, she goes, oh, wine goes straight through me.
Probably looks at the floor like... Ooh.
Are you saying something? Oh, sorry.
Hmm?
Go on. I didn't know if you'd cut out again.
Noticing sort of Gobbly, Asher would sort of suddenly remember and say, Gobbly, we need to talk about something. You remember what I was saying this morning? It was either this morning or last night about being careful in this city?
Quickly before we get into that, as you're about to talk to Gobbly, Vigar.
Yeah.
The guy from the corner has made his way over to his side of the room and has just tapped you on the shoulder. I'll take it you look around.
Yeah.
And now that he's out of the dark, you recognise him as Brant, who was one of the people you trained and then fought alongside during the Demon War.
The War of the Demons.
And he says, Vedrum, is that you?
Yes.
He sort of sighs and goes, we thought you were dead.
Wait, why?
What? Why?
Because that's what we were told by the sergeants. They said you had died. on patrol.
Right, did he?
Well, obviously not.
Why would they say that?
He just shrugs and says, honestly, I do not know. He says, but they struck your name. They said you weren't worthy of joining the gods.
Where did they strike it from?
And your focus, Lempos, is that like a little chain around your neck or something? Like the thing that shows which god you worship?
I have a holy symbol, so I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Would you hide that, or would it be out on show, do you reckon?
Probably hide that.
Okay, then.
Can I do a quick religion check to know what he's talking about?
Sure, go ahead. You've heard, you don't know specifically because religion was never your strong point in your education, but you do know that the people from the Isles believe in a different set of gods. And just outside of game, they're very much similar to the gods of like the Nordic areas, so
Okay,
Thor,
so
all that kind of thing.
mythology.
Yeah, Norse
Yeah.
mythology. And yeah, he just says to you, well, when I'm next back in the Isles, I'll make sure that they are corrected on their mistake. He says, good seeing you, brother. Is that what you actually say?
Yeah. It wasn't as a big deal for Lempos as I think it was for the other guy.
Yeah. He's just a bit... Yeah, he's just a bit taken aback by that. He's like, well, hopefully time will be kind to you. And just turns and walks out the tavern.
Is that like a saying that they say? It's like saying good day.
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
And then back to Asher and Gobbly.
So Gobbly's like trying. He's struggling through his drink.
Asher will sort of grin and so, Gobbly, remember what I was saying the other day about the guards here will not be as forgiving as the one in the village.
Gobbly has blown up 0 doors so far. In fact, he's done 0 magic so far.
And that is exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. Magic in this city is heavily frowned upon. It's not a good thing. It will probably get you taken to jail, much like the people we delivered this evening.
Gobbly will keep it on the down low.
Thank you. And also just be careful about where you go and sort of what you do.
Gobbly is always careful.
I know you are, my friend, but just people here are very judgmental. If they see you walking on your own, they may cause trouble for you that you didn't even start or provoke. And so I just want to make sure that you're... So if you're gonna go somewhere, you don't need to take me or Vigar with you, just let us know.
Gobbly can walk on his own. He's a big boy now. How old am I? I'm like 23 or something.
You're not saying you're not.
You aged 10 years.
Oh, that's...
To know.
No, I got 10 years younger.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got 10 years younger. You're actually about... Aren't you about 12 years old?
Yeah, I think I'm like 12 years old now. And I'm blue.
And Asher's sort of like, I know you're big Gobbly. I'm not arguing this. I would just like to know if you go anywhere, so that if you do not come back, I at least know where to start looking to help save you from any more trouble.
Gobbly turns to Asher and says, will you tell Gobbly if you go anywhere?
I will if I can.
Well then.
And then, if I get in trouble, you can come help me.
Gobbly will go and blow open the door. Whatever it is Gobbly does.
Hopefully it will not come to that, my friend.
well, hopefully you won't be in jail, but we hope for many things.
Exactly. And then sort of, yeah, I guess.
Alright, by now you guys have finished up your drinks. You still have 1 bottle of wine left. Do you want to finish that before you leave?
I just lost you then.
You still have 1 bottle of wine left by the time everyone else, like Gobbly's finished his drink. And
yeah. Am I even slightly drunk? Was that actually... Did I get... I feel like I got steamed on the drink.
After a while of actually finishing the picture, all of a sudden it hits you, and the world just starts spinning.
Ooh.
Actually, give me a con check.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Constitution, my favourite stat.
Oh yeah, the world's spinning right now.
Is that a 6? It's like half and half. Okay.
So you're finding it kind of difficult to start upright. You haven't outright collapsed or anything, but yeah, the world looks like it's spinning around right now.
First says Gobbly has regret.
Has Gobbly ever actually been drunk before, though?
I'm sure at some point. Like, it's not something that happens to him very often, but it's probably one of those things that when he does get drunk, he gets very, very drunk.
Yeah.
It's probably also more like when you've got drunk before, it's been on crude goblin alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, what level of stuff?
Not this fine blue stuff. Is the reason that I got the blue one is the fact that I'm blue?
No, it's because it costs 5 gold. And you said a drink that costs 5 gold.
Hmm.
And it is a picture as well, so... You're starting to realise why they called it the blue bomb, though, because all of a sudden it just explodes and you're...
Okay.
Yeah, and you're just flailing around.
Gobbly sees why it is the bomb. And falls over backwards.
Asher will pick him up and start carrying him, as I'm guessing the rest of us stagger home.
It's like, Gobbly is fine. Gobbly... Oh,
add a bottle of wine to your pack, then, because, yeah, you still have that.
Excellent.
And yeah, we could leave it there if you guys want.
yeah, I mean, unless you want to... Unless... Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say we could go on, but if Lempos is too tired. Do you want to call it there?
Exactly.
I think we just answered that question.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, thanks very much for watching, everybody. This has been episode number 5, I think, of... what do we... Did we figure out a name for this? What were you saying earlier?
Rose come up with one.
Gunsmoke and Goblins.
Gunsmoke and Goblins. I like it. Yes, so this has been episode number 5 of Gunsmoke and Goblins. And thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for Lyman for being our DM.
That's no problem.
Thanks very much for Rose for being Asher and slightly condescending towards Gobbly.
Always.
Thanks very much to Lempos for staying mostly awake. And we'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be playing... I think I'm playing Thimbleweed Park tomorrow. It's going to be Thimbleweed Friday. And hope we'll see you all then. There's not going to be any outgoing music because I can't put the outgoing music and our voice separately. So enjoy the silence. Bye! Hang on. Outro. There we go. Bye!